The silver tsunami is coming. No, the silver tsunami is actually here. And what does that mean? Well, let me start with kind of a little analogy. Have you ever gone to a vacation with your family and you've been on the beach and you were in the ocean and you were swimming around enjoying the little guppies and fish and just the warm water, and all of a sudden this big wave came along and it was so powerful that it just knocked you down, right? And the current just took you away. You know, it was, in some cases, a little frightening because it caught you off guard and you didn't realize how strong and how powerful the ocean really is. That's what's happening right now with our society. Do you realize that the last baby boomer generation turned 60 last year? Even more interesting is the first generation of Gen X's turned 60 this year. I know, right? Every day for the next 2 decades, 10,000 people will turn 65. Think about that, across the world. By 2030, just 5 years from now, there will be more people over 60 than under 5. By 2050, 2 billion people will be over 65. That's a tsunami. We have a wave of people that are moving into their senior years. What's interesting thing about that dynamic is that we don't have an aging problem. We actually have a youth problem. We don't have enough young people to take care of this massive amount of people who are going to be moving into their senior years. So how do we deal with that? What is AgeTech, right? Some people call it granny tech. Some people call it silver tech. It's really a combination of technologies and solutions. Everything from your traditional mobile devices to clothing, to food, to medicines, technologies and solutions that are geared towards people aging and aging as healthy as they can and aging in place as well as they can as well too. It's an exciting market. Right now it's estimated to be a $15 trillion marketplace. And it will dictate every major shift in our economies for the next couple of decades. So what does that look like? Let's talk about Marie. Marie's an 87-year-old, fiercely independent woman who lives in a rural area now. How do I make sure mom stays healthy? How can I monitor her health? And so, Marie, how do we take care of her if she wants to still stay independent? Because guess what, us baby boomers, we don't want to go to a long-term care facility if we don't have to. We want to stay right at home or stay in that back bedroom with you. And in many cases, you don't want us there either. So how do we take care of her? Well, we can use technologies like wearable devices to monitor her health, her heart rate, her blood pressure. We can use visual devices, teleconferencing type technologies that can visually see her in her home. Did she got to get out of bed today? Did she take her medication? Did she fall, God forbid? These technologies aren't foreign to us today. We're using them every day today. Not to mention some of the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, where we can literally have care bots in the home with our loved ones, taking care of them, making sure they have their medication, and more importantly, actually even being companions for them as well. The possibilities are endless. let's talk about this guy. 72-year-old gentleman still on Alzheimer's. How do we make sure his quality of life continue to stay enhanced? Again, devices like glasses he can wear that will have cameras on them and AI sensors on them that can track his whereabouts. So if he starts to wonder, it'll notify someone. Or put even reminders up on the screen. Don't forget to take your medication today. Don't forget to turn off the stove. Don't forget to call your daughter and wish her happy birthday. These technologies are here today and are continuing to emerge as well. But as exciting as that sounds, as cool as it sounds, it's like the Jetsons, for those of us who are baby boomers who remember the Jetsons. We have to be very conscious about the impact of them and the usability of them. For example, they can't just be technologies for the rich, right? We got to make sure that we can offer these solutions to anyone at any socioeconomic level, right? We also have to make sure that these technologies are viable and usable for someone who has, as they age. A little small watch is not going to do a 90-year-old grandmother any good, right? Needs to be a large screen, simple buttons, easy to navigate, mostly, hopefully, voice controlled, so she doesn't have to figure out how to press a button and navigate using these technologies to take care of her and manage her life. We also have to respect her privacy too, right? They don't want everyone to know their business as they age. You realize the day that you were born is the day that you start to age. Think about that. The day that you're born is the day you start to age. Have you thought about what you want your life to look like as you move down that path, that journey? And as you, like me, who just turned 60, and I'm thinking I've got 20 maybe good summers where I can be independent. God forbid, something tragic happens. I want technologies, I want loved ones, I want solutions that are going to allow me to remain independent and viable. I'm going to always be doing something that creates value and worth for me. And I want to be able to do that in a way that still is dignified and respectful, but yet give my loved ones, my doctors, my care providers access to information that allows me to take care of myself and react to that before something episodic happens. So each of you have an opportunity here as you start to go down this path, no matter what stage you are in this process, of thinking about how are you going to leverage these technologies, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones, for your family members, and for the community at large. Thank you.